throw off again, leading by 2-0. This one stays low, comes down fairly quickly, so Sweden have a chance to build here before the US defense gets properly set. Going to the flanks. Swedes desperately need to get back into this game before US establish an early lead. Sweden's number 14, the blonde flowing locks of Jonas Forsberg, sets that play going, but ultimately...
Welcome to episode 1 of the greatest... No, it's episode 2.
Episode 2.
Of the greatest game ever played. This is one of our picks for the greatest game ever played. Being a New Yorker, we're both Walter Vanderschraaf, Dennis Warson from the storied New York Ultimate team of the 80s and 90s. And we're just going to do a little podcast here. Talk about Ultimate, this game, and then it can branch into anything. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. First one
breaks down, and US gather it again. Sweden haven't really got their game together at all yet in these early stages. Blair O'Connor calls a timeout for US.
Hey.
Sorry, so...
Who's giving him a dunk?
So right here, we're coming out of what I'm calling one of the worst timeouts of all time.
And this is early in the game or midway? Where are we?
The score is currently 2-0, and we pulled the disc at the end of episode 1 of the greatest
game
ever.
Hey.
Who's giving him a dunk?
Listen, rock. It's never. If rock's not there, it's swing. Never.
Okay.
If there's a poacher, I'm going in at.
The US timeout breaks up. Andy, going swing. I think that needs some explanation.
Well, I think he's really saying going swing, and look for number 2, Ben Yasadi, who's lining up, about 15 yards to the thrower's left to move to the right to get a dump pass. Number 22, Mike Nevins, is going to go up the sideline and try to get a sidearm pass from...
Oh, we're coming out of this timeout.
Pass from thrower Blair O'Connor.
O'Connor then tightly marked by Nicholas Jalnovic. Jalnovic can only come within a disc's width of the player. It didn't work after that timeout, and
we just get another turnover to go up 3-0, which is like one of our things that we did. We'd pounce, jump out on teams to get out to an early start, and Blair, I mean, there was like a 4-second count or something.
I know, but we called the play. I mean, well, Eric was going to go up the line
off of the turnover, and we were, I don't like the positioning very much. I think Nevo, this first guy, should be over here more. And this guy over here is looming as a poacher. So anyway, there needs to be some action between these two guys. We have a ton.
Well, he should either go out this way for the dump to at least clear it out, right?
What he's supposed to do is fake right and then go left up the line. And that's the rock, which you heard about in the timeout. And if not, swing back across over here. So he just goes without faking.
Yeah.
And
there was nothing.
Yeah.
Unless it was, what do we call a comeback?
But up 2-0. And should we back up?
Yeah. Getting used to a little breeze.
Again, we got a 2-0 lead. I'm saying we don't have the strongest. We're trying to immediately get some people into the game.
Yeah.
That don't get that much light in the last 12 months, I'm guessing, of our squad.
Hey. Who's giving him a dunk?
Listen, rock. It's never. If rock's not there, it's swing. Never.
Okay.
If there's a poacher, I'm going in at.
Our timeouts, we could also start talking right now about what our timeouts were like, because we didn't have...
Well, we didn't have our normal people, instigating the play.
Well, both on the field and in the huddle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The US timeout breaks up. Andy, going swing. I think that needs some explanation.
Well, I think he's really saying going swing, and look for number 2, Ben Yasadi, who's lining up, about 15 yards to the thrower's left, to move to the right to get a dump pass. Number 22, Mike Nevins, is going to go up the sideline and try to get a sidearm pass from thrower Blair O'Connor.
O'Connor then tightly marked by Nicholas Yalnovic. Yalnovic can only come within a disc's width of the player. It didn't work after that timeout, and the turnover immediately to Sweden.
Simon, the player was open, the pass just didn't get there.
Sweden then again from the back. Good grab mid-air there by number 2, Yalnovic. Gets that one forward. Sweden passing it short. Haven't had a chance yet to play it long. Maybe this is the chance they're looking for. Here's a goal for Sweden if they can make the grab in the end zone. It's too long, out of bounds. US on the goal line. O'Connor with a hammer throw overhead. Gets that one forward to Ben Usardi, the spectacular player. Likes to throw himself about a bit. Gets that one over to O'Connor. Those two building it nicely from the back. He was inbounds when he made the catch, so he'll start from the sideline to get that one forward. Looks for Eric Cochran, but the stoppage made by Sweden.
You know, again, he's almost looking for the foul there, and Frederick smartly backs off and
came
he
in
just
to
throws it
make
away.
the stop, and Sweden have the possession back.
Very important for Sweden to...
How old are you in 94?
goal here and score a goal.
Here he is, spring chicken, Walter.
Probably 31. Younger than Curry.
Man gets this going for Sweden. One of the players who's very highly rated by the US side.
Nevo with a great bid.
Have possession still. A chance here. There's a man open. He can't find it. There's so much of the end zone free. Gets it inside. Goal for Sweden. They're back in the game.
It was Angergaard who saved the play there in midstream for Sweden. He got it over to Yalovic, who threw it for the goal. It's now 2-1 US.
So after our timeout with the disc, we turn it over a couple more times, and they get their first goal of the game.
Sweden to pull this time. It's a number 9, Anders Uramre. Perhaps they're
See how the wind is blowing.
Yeah. I mean, that affects the jitters early on.
It goes both ways.
Yeah.
We could have had the kind of upwindish 3-0 lead, and that would have been huge. But instead now it's 2-1, and a little foreshadowing as to why maybe we think it was the greatest game ever.
It's number 14, John Govertz. Playing it long, immediately into the middle of the field.
What happened there?
Who, Andy just slipped through his hands there?
Well, it was kind of high.
Back home in Sweden. Today very much.
But we'll give the receiver the drop on that one, I think. Because there's a lot of turnovers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Well,
there's a lot of turnovers to break down in this game.
Waiting their time. Nice passing around, looking for the open.
Babs, that's a good matchup.
There's Namir Yunan, who is a fantastic player, lefty.
Great attitude, brings it.
He was the young stud at that point. He's probably 19 or 20 years old in this game.
He's looking to put Sweden in a tie here. He's going to
We went on to be great friends. There's Anders with the disc. Young Anders, older Anders, I'm forgetting. That's Anders Urambre. Both Anders are fantastic players. By now, Anders here is every other pass. He played with Boston, just like Danny Eriksson from Sweden played with New York. So they got a couple of guys who know exactly
and
what we're doing.
They're film studiers. I remember in Leuven in '88, they were watching a video of us on their bus.
So Anders is also feeling the jitters and just tosses it out of bounds.
Sweden blow the chance.
They sure did, and that's something that they don't want to do against this fast-breaking United States team.
And I'm trying to think what we do here.
Kareem's out there. We got some Mo in there.
Now watch how Look at the matchup with
Getting
Kareem.
things going.
Ugh.
In the early stages of this game, teams
guess
finding it
that's
difficult
He
to
calls,
get the
I'm
play
guessing,
really
a
flowing.
foul there,
Again,
and
it would be a turnover,
Frederick
but the player's been called back again. I
Hedstrom
think
is
a little
not
bit of contact
happy
made
about
there
it.
between the Swedish
He's not.
defenseman and Basta.
It's gonna be.
And Johnny and
They're already-
Nami
yeah.
are over there yapping. He's like, what?
Streaking down
No.
the sideline.
Wilson could be so dangerous doing that. He's very
Had the
able
opportunity to play with these guys, him and a number of other guys on the beach in Sardinia a couple of years
One
back.
of the top Swedish players goes in on Wilson. Wilson makes the grab though. He's
Okay, let it go.
Another long play.
That's another one that hits somebody in the hands, maybe the defender.
Those Babs making
I'm
good.
not, that was my bad there.
By the Swedes.
But I wasn't going to turn it over on my
to
own
get
goal
play going
line.
again.
Yeah.
Plays it quickly out to the right-hand side.
You know
Frederick
that about me.
Hedstrom, good player. Gets it back to Michael
It's like,
Robertson. Robertson plays
shooting
it short
a
to
foul shot.
Eriksson.
There's turnover number one.
And it's
Boom! Nice
Babs.
big bad.
US. A spectacular play to the edge of the end zone. The target was Yunnan again from Robertson.
Yes, Dave Babko went what they call ho, or horizontal, to block that disc in the end zone. A sure goal for Sweden, but he made the play for the U.S.
A long play to Warson. Good chance here for US. He found himself free, and they went with the long play again, but Warson looks completely disenchanted by the fact he wasn't allowed to proceed forward. And again, they're finding it difficult to get play going from that corner.
Yes, that left corner is a hot spot right now. On this play, John Gewurz stepped up to the line and threw it all the way down the field. It seemed like a good play, but Namir Yunnan called a travel. In this case,
The game inside the game.
dragged his pivot foot
There's Miles over
in
there.
a steady position at all times.
Ian Miles, great dude from England, as the observer. And I think he's probably saying, look, I'm not here to, you know, if he makes the call, you disagree, it comes back. Johnny, for some reason, just rips it.
Wilson, the target, is going to go right into the end zone this time. If Wilson can make the grab, no, he can't. And Wilson
And
is
now-
claiming that he was fouled by a Swedish defenseman.
I remember this being a strip.
Did he get it? I thought it went away. It's really hard to see.
And I can't remember, was anything actually given a goal to us back then? It seems like at the end of the day, he said, you didn't have it, but I did foul you, and so we'll give it to you on the end zone. And so we shake hands, and
Wano's wide open.
Wano is about to be wide open. Let's see what he does. I mean, look, that guy's got to see. He makes a fake.
Hey, he goes out and he comes back in. Yeah, easy
I
peasy.
mean, to anyone who's watching, younger player, that's what you got to do, man. I'm going to back it up here. You make a fake the other direction. So many times you're so close that you want to just step forward and put your hands and let him force the throw, but you have the time. Wano runs away and comes right back, and he's open against a good defender. U.S. leads 3-1. So again, it seems like we have the game well in hand now. And we get a shot of the sideline of the 2019 Hall of Famer, Walter Vanderschraaf.
It seems a little cold there. I'm wearing a little extra.
Are you saying you're not getting playing time? You got icicles forming on your like, what do I got to do to get
I think that breeze is a little chilly, man. It's a little chilly.
And that's it. So we're off and running.
Bada bing.